everybody, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Wendy Yee.
I'm Chris Yee.
And one of the games that I really enjoy is the card version of Terraforming Mars, sort of. It's the
card version of sort of Terraforming Mars.
It's the stepchild of Terraforming Mars and Race for the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Ares Expedition. Anyway, they decided to release not one but 3 expansions for it.
Hey.
One turns into a cooperative game. One adds extra players. And one adds more stuff.
Those other 2 have been reviewed in separate videos. You can find those, of course. This is the one we're talking about, Discovery, which doesn't tell you much.
I just want to be really clear. Yeah, I have a lot of things to say, but one of them is the names don't help at all. The name should tell you what they do.
Oh,
This does not.
No.
I was like, which one's Discovery? Which one's cooperative? Which one adds?
I guess Crisis, because I think DC Deck Building Crisis, I was like, okay, that one's cooperative.
That's what they were going
connection.
for.
Here's the thing. I don't know about the 5 to 6 player and cooperative. I'm never going to play them in my entire life because I don't care about them. Well, I shouldn't say that. Maybe I can play the cooperative. I'll never play the 5 to 6 player one. Insanity. This is the only one I was interested in. I don't know why they released them all 3 together. This is the one I want. More stuff. And it's more stuff. Review over. No. Well, what do you want me to say?
Well, let's have Chris show what's in the box at
All
least.
right, fine.
Here's a quick shot of everything that comes in the Discovery expansion for Ares Expedition. There are 2 main modules here, the first of which are the Milestones and the Awards, which is a carryover from the original game that was removed from the card game. And then there's also these, which are upgraded action phase cards that we'll be talking about here shortly. First, let's talk about Milestones and Awards. You randomly set up 3 of them to use in a game. Milestones act like in the original game, where the first person to accomplish whatever is shown on the right-hand side here is going to get the award of 3 points. 9 different types of tags, or 8 building tags, or 5 plant production. There's also titanium production, blue cards, heat, all the different elements of the game. And because this is a simultaneous game, if someone else completes it in the same round, one person can claim the token, another person can get one of these 3 victory point tokens. Here there are the awards, where at the end of the game, these are little majorities. So whoever has done the most science tags will get 5 points, 2 points for second place, most cards in play, most heat production, steel and titanium, resources on cards, however it may be. These, unlike in the original Terraforming Mars, don't have to be funded. They are just simply in play from the start of the game. So that's the Milestones and Awards here. Now let's talk about these, the upgraded action cards. This is what I'm sure a lot of people are very excited about. A lot of the new project cards deal with upgrading your action cards. And in fact, the 4 new what are these called? The corporation cards will allow you to start with money, but also an upgraded phase card, as well as some effect here on the bottom. So 4 new corporations, always a good thing for this game. There are 2 different upgraded options for each action card. So you can see the number 1 development here. The top part is the same because every other player gets the same benefit, but on the bottom, you can either reduce the cost of a card by 6 instead of 3, or you can reduce one by 3 and then play a second green card, as long as it costs 12 or less. The upgraded construction actions are, you can either play an additional red or blue card, or gain 6 mega credits. The other option being draw a card, you can play a second red or blue. So you see that these are not wildly overpowered, but they are definitely nice to upgrade. Repeat one of your actions twice, i.e. activate it 3 times instead of 2, instead of just 1. You may repeat one of your action effects once, reveal the top 3 cards of the deck, place a blue or red card revealed this way into your hand, and discard the rest. When you upgrade a card, if I were to upgrade my Phase 4 card, I could choose either one of these. Later in the game, if I could get another upgrade, I could even change one of these cards out for a different one. So if I earlier in the game want to gain 7 mega credits in addition to my regular production, but then I want to switch over to gain 1 mega credit, activate the production of one of my green cards in play, I can switch them. And then lastly, research with drawing new cards, draw an additional 2, keep an additional 2, or draw an additional 6 cards, keep an additional 1. These project cards deal primarily with upgrading certain phase cards or upgrading a phase card of your choice. Some of them deal with the awards and the milestones as well. So there's a small little indicator here on the bottom. This purple U is saying that that is the upgrade module. And some of these are going to affect, very few of them will affect milestones. Straight up requires a milestone for you to be able to play this card, and that's why it shows the little milestone A there in the corner. And just some new production cards that are also going to allow you to upgrade phase cards, as well as other normal effects. The last little thing that you'll notice here, there are these, if they appear small on camera, that's because they are. These are wild tags, so some cards come with a wild tag where you can choose any tag that you want and place it onto there, and that counts as having a tag of that type that you just choose when you play it out. So there you go, that's everything inside of the Discovery expansion for Ares Expedition.
So this feels, the designer of this is, well, Jason Frixellis, Nick Little, and Sidney Engelstein. But it feels like Tom Lemon designed this.
Okay, this feels
like one of his expansions, sort of, because his expansions are always really small, and they definitely crib some of his stuff. The whole first to do this gets points. The awards, get stuff at the end of them, gets points. That's all Race for the Galaxy expansion and Roll for the Galaxy expansion. He does that sort of thing.
But also...
It's just basic Terraforming Mars.
Yes.
Well, sort of. The difference is in Terraforming Mars, for an award to happen, you have to pay to make it even work. They just happen on their own. Also, in Terraforming Mars, most people can read them. Here, only people with those really big, thick Coke glasses can read them because these...
Don't make fun of me for my Coke glasses.
Oh, I can't read them. I'm saying...
You need binoculars, yeah, to read the...
This was made for
teeny.
Tiny people. From the tiny little tokens that you put on cards, which, why couldn't they just say it's a random... Why couldn't a wild symbol have worked?
They did that in Terraforming Mars, where there's one of the tags is just a question mark, and it just functions how you need it to at any given moment.
Yes.
And it's on like a few cards, but in this one they're like, nope, you must place a token on it. Baby token.
Which, when you're stacking cards on each other, is a pain.
Yeah.
It's an odd
design.
I like this expansion. I like this expansion. I just don't like how tiny, and the awards are really tiny. You cannot see them across the board, and you should be able to, because the first person to do, not the awards, the other ones, the whatever, the goals.
The milestones.
The milestones. The first person to do it gets it. It's helpful to remember what I'm trying to do.
Right.
Without having to pick up the token all the time.
I wonder, so they obviously made this box not to go on your shelf because it's like a top open weird box. They assume you're going to put it...
I'll be really clear, they made this box so you could destroy it.
Right.
I did that in the unboxing video, which is why the front is taped, and I said...
Oh, that wasn't them?
No, that was me. And I was like, oh, whoops, we have to review this.
Double time.
But Tom has made my point for me.
But I wonder if the pieces are small because they want you to be able to fit all 3 expansions in the base box.
I don't care.
I understand. I don't care
Functionally,
either.
I need to be able to see it, and it's really tiny. And also, fitting them in that base box would require no bags or anything. It would be a really tough fit. Also, get rid of the other 2 expansions.
Well, can we talk about the stuff I like?
The upgrade cards?
I love the upgrade cards.
I'm with you there. I love them too.
Okay, the upgrade cards are awesome. Yeah, just being able to take those basic 5 whatever step cards and then make the ones that you want stronger so they fit better with your strategy. That's awesome. That feels so good because, hey, Chris picked phase 2 action build, whatever it is, whatever phase 2 is, build the blue cards. Like Chris picked that, but I get to do something even better because I upgraded my cards. I get to do awesomeness. It's exciting.
Well, you still only get it
the
if you're the one
backwards.
who
No, it's
picked
if I pick it.
If you pick it, you get the better. Exactly.
If I pick it, I get to do better. Awesome. Exciting.
I also like that there's 2 different ones. Mm-hmm. I think that's pretty neat, and you can go different ways. Yeah, say you can upgrade from one to the other. I'm like, okay, I don't think you should change strategies midstream.
But you can, and I actually found that useful. One particular game, I'll admit, the first time that I played it, I was like, I want to test the new stuff. So I shuffled into the top half of the giant deck. So like, if we're gonna play this for review, I'm shuffling all the cards up there. That was a bit of a mistake because there was so many upgrade cards. And so I was shifting halfway through.
It's really hilarious. Me and Chris were talking, we both did that separately in different games. I'm like, I want to see the new cards. So I'm shuffling them in the top half. It's like, I've upgraded all my cards.
I'll cross-upgrade them. Now, normally distributed is actually better in this case.
Yeah, because it makes it more special.
Well, that's what I appreciate too. Is I feel like they knew they had a really big deck of cards, so they put a lot in there. It wasn't like, oh, we put exactly 5 upgrade cards, so you can, everybody can upgrade 1 card per turn, per game. Yeah.
And this may change as time goes by, but if I get the corporation that lets me upgrade a card, I'm picking that. I don't even look at the other one.
Really?
But that may change.
Because if I can start with one thing.
I like having a card no one else has.
It's just fun. It's just fun.
Yeah, I think that overall, this is a mixed bag. I think that there's a lot of good things about it. The milestones, the awards being back, that's a good thing. The fact that they behave differently than the original Terraforming Mars was a little bit of a disappointment for me. I love that sacrifice of having to waste time to fund an award that might benefit somebody else. And in this game, it's just endgame scoring.
See, that's the one part of the funding the awards I don't like. I don't like the funding part, but I like the awards.
Yeah, I actually think that I like the way they work in this better.
It probably is a better fit for the Ares expedition.
I think it's smoother, and then you're not investing in something that someone else benefits from.
But I love that gamble from the original. And so I know that there are viewers who are going to say, got it, I wish it, got it, I'm still attracted to the original Terraforming Mars over this one. And that's kind of where I'm at.
The good thing is this expansion can just be thrown into the game. You can play this with people who haven't played it before, and it works okay. The upgrading cards is the most complicated. The other two things, who cares?
I think I would just put it in and leave it in.
That's actually what we're doing.
Pulling it out doesn't make sense.
We're sticking it in the Dice Tower library. You want to play this, you're playing with the expansion. Because it's good.
I think it's quite good. You want to talk about small print, though, the index in the bottom right corner to suss out which cards are expansion cards or not.
Bitty bitty.
Is way too small.
There's a little D. You should be able to see that D. What does the D stand for? Oh, Discovery.
No, actually, it's a U. And it took me a while to figure out. Oh, that stands for upgrade.
No. See, that's why you missed some. There's a D in front of the number. The U is just the upgrade cards. So if you want to pull just the upgrade cards.
I was looking at the D. Because it's like D and
instead
then
of saying 75, it'll say D75 or something.
Companies, you can just put like a big old star down there.
It doesn't matter. Why can't you put bigger symbols there? I don't sit there and go, these expansion symbology.
There was one game, I took a silver marker and I put a dot in the corner of every card because they weren't labeled in an expansion. That was,
worse.
At least this is labeled. I'm happy.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm content.
For me, this is a good expansion. I'll never play the game without it. It's easy to put in. It's really fun with the upgrade cards. And I think it's fine. That's a weird combo, right?
Right.
I'm saying I like this a lot, but if you never got this, the game is still a lot of fun. I don't think this is a must-have. This is a 7.5 for me. I enjoy it, but I like it a lot, and I really like the original game. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
You're rating this a little bit lower than you rate the original game, the Ares Expedition.
I think the original's up to 9 for me almost. Yeah, that's pretty high.
Yeah, this is an 8 for me because I think that all the stuff that's added in is good, and I like all of it. I like those upgrade cards a lot. I wish that I loved the milestones and awards. They're just okay to me, but I'll also always play with them because if I can get something cool in the middle of the game, woo, that's a good feeling, right?
Yeah.
So it's competent. Except for some of the physical design of it. There's some of those parts baffle me, but I like it. If I never played again without it, I also don't feel like it'd be a big loss.
That's what I'm saying. I like it, but I don't feel like this is an essential thing.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I liked it a lot. So I'm giving this, I was sitting there debating between 8.5 and a 9, so I'm going to give it a 9. I think I gave Ares an Expedition. It was either the basic game of Ares Expedition. I gave either an 8.5 or a 9, but it's sitting kind of at a 9 for me now as well. So I feel like this goes right with it. I want to play with it. I do enjoy those awards and stuff that you can get. I feel like I really enjoy Ares Expedition, but I don't get all the feels of Terraforming Mars. And so this gives me the little bit more that I was missing of the player interaction with that. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it. And then those upgrade cards are just heavenly. Like, they're just so much fun. So, yeah, this is a 9 for me.
All right.
Pick up your garbage off the floor, Vassal.
There you go. That's Ares Expedition Discovery.
You can watch the Foundation and the Crisis reviews that have already gone up on the channel as well.
This is definitely the best of the three, even though I haven't played the other two, and I still know them right.
I have, and I agree.
Anyway, I'm Tom Vassal.
I'm Wendy Yee.
I'm Chris Yee.
Yeah, we'll keep this.
Not that box.